Now, Coach, Jack Forrester, he had his first start in almost 2 years, 2 weeks ago versus Rutgers, after finally recovering from an injury. What kind of contributions do you think he'll make for the team for the rest of the season?
I think just gave us an emotional lift, if nothing else, through that week of practice and certainly into the UMass game. And, our guys were so excited to have him back. Our coaching staff had not seen him play since we arrived on campus. So I think the emotional lift in practice was helpful. And then his productivity, through the week of practice, and then obviously through the Rutgers game was obvious. He just gives us such a boost in his stick work and his presence, his lacrosse IQ. He brings a lot to the table. So, he's lacked a little bit in his mobility. He's still trying to get that back, but it's been a great boost for our program to have him back. I know he's excited to be back, and he's provided quite a significant contribution in just a short time already.
Saturday versus UMass. What exactly was going through your mind when Ryan Hanberg's shot hit the crossbar and landed out of bounds with half a second left to give you guys the win?
Yeah, we were fortunate to have won that game. I think we put ourselves in a position to be up by 2 goals with a little over a minute to play. We lost the next face-off. They came right back down. Their best midi was wide open in the middle of the crease. We kind of lost an assignment there and gave up a goal with 55 seconds left. And Danny Hennigan, our face-off guy, won a crucial face-off at the end of the game, and we held on to the ball for at least enough time. We thought was enough time, and lost it again. And UMass started coming back, and thoughts of the Ohio State game where we had lost the ball late in the game and gave Ohio State a chance to tie the game in the fourth quarter, and then ultimately win it in the third overtime. Started to creep in there, and as UMass started streaking down the field, but. It all happened so fast, and Austin was playing extremely well through the course of the game. I think we felt pretty good that if we gave up shots within the game plan that he was going to make saves, and we were hopeful that when that ball was coming out of his stick that it was either going to be in his stick or off cage. And when it hit off the crossbar and went out of bounds with .5 seconds left, I think there was just a sigh of relief from the entire sideline. And then when the .5 seconds went off the clock, it was just an exciting moment for our team to get a win like that at UMass, where it's a very difficult place to play. So, relief at that point, and quickly turned to excitement, and it was nice to see our guys enjoy a victory like that.
So, talking again about UMass, it's the first time you guys have won at Amherst since 2003. What do you think this win says about the team this year?
I hope that it speaks about our resiliency. It's something that we really felt like we've lacked. I think it's a little bit too early to tell based on one victory. I think that happens over a test of time. You give your kids a number of challenges, and if they can get through them or pass the test a number of times, then I think you feel a little bit better about the long haul, or maybe about a significant movement in the right direction. This was a great win for us at this period because it's UMass, which is a league game and a very good league opponent. It's also significant, like you mentioned, because it was at UMass, where it's a very difficult place to play, and a place where Penn State has not won since 2003. It's the first time Penn State, other than 2003, has ever won at Penn State, period. So I'm hoping that it was just a step in the right direction, and I'm hoping our guys can gain some confidence from that, and hopefully as we move forward, continue to work hard. And I think what our guys did last week is just prepared well. They prepared hard. We traveled a lot better to UMass than we did to Villanova, and it showed. They were much more focused on our game plan, much more resilient and focused during the game, and I think the results were certainly symbolic of the way those guys prepared and traveled. And I'm hoping that we just learn from that and take it as we move forward for the rest of the league and non-league and the rest of the season.
Can you tell me about some individual performances that you have been especially happy with these past couple of weeks?
I think you look at Austin Cow's performance first and foremost. It was just remarkable. His 60 minutes, 25 saves. I'm not sure if I've ever been around a part of that kind of a performance. And he kept us in that game early. He had 8 saves in the first quarter and gave our entire team the opportunity to be very confident and to compete and play the way we did through the course of the next 3 quarters. Without his saves early, I'm not sure if that game would have gone the same way. We were very fortunate that he played the way he did. Tommy Lacrosse, I think, has played very well in the last couple of weeks. He scored 2 huge goals against UMass, and I look at a lot of those freshmen. Shane Sturgis, Stephen Bogert. Those young men have played extremely well. I'd also point out, Billy Davis. He's played very well in the last couple weeks, defensively for us. And as a senior, he's really come on strong as of late. And our coaching staff and our team has been very excited about where he was when the season started and where he is right now. He continues to get better. And we've got some guys off the IR like Jack Forrester and Ryan McGarvey who are starting to come around. So, collectively, I think we're doing a much better job of, number one, getting healthy, and two, just starting to realize some of our potential based on how hard we're working in practice, and hopefully that will continue.
What sort of things have you been working on in practice this week to ensure a win for St. Joseph's this Saturday?
Just so much that we need to work on still at this point in the season. I look at our statistics versus UMass. We gave the ball back 22 times. We didn't clear the ball that well. We're still not facing off very well. Not a lot of flow to our offensive end. There's a lot of good things in the way that our guys are competing, but there's just so many little things that we got to do a better job with. And we've tried to just continue our efforts within our stick work. We're still not even close to where we need to be, and I think our team recognizes that, and we're trying to work hard there. Clearing the ball was a big thing. We made a lot of stops, but just play far too much defense because we're not getting it out of our defensive end the first time that we have the opportunity to do so. So those are probably the keys. So we've spent a lot of time doing both of those this week, and hopefully we can concentrate on those areas, but continue the momentum in others. And if all those start to come together, I think we're going to limit those 25 save performances that Austin Cowd has to turn in, and maybe do a little bit better job of holding on to the ball offensively to give our defense a little bit of a breather from time to time, and then eventually be a little bit more successful at both ends.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.